Hello everyone, welcome back to Football Manager 2017 with Newcastle United, and it is our 100th episode in this series. That is a pretty phenomenal amount of episodes to have gone through. It might also be our final season in charge of the club. We might think about moving on after this, maybe starting a new save, maybe just trying a new team out, or we could carry on this save. I'm still trying to decide what to do at the end of this season, so let me know in the comments if you've got ideas and suggestions for what I should be getting on with. But this is going to be a bit of an action-packed episode, the next 6 games. We are still at the start of the season. We've got an almost perfect record, just an away match at Stoke, really putting a blemish on it, but we've got quite a few big games today against both Manchester clubs and the Champions League against Galatasary at home. That's going to be a good run of fixtures, finishing up with Everton at home in the league. We need to get a good result against Watford today. We've got ground to make up in the Premier League. Manchester City running away at the moment with 18 points. We can close that gap down to 3 points if we get the victory over Watford. We've got a very strong team going out there with Simonsen, Breen and Imperiale, the front 3. Yates, Lloyd, Kovacic and Cook are in the middle, and Lucas, Bob, Mamana and Augusto make up the back 4. Lucas, back to Kovacic, now Imperiale. Yates Lloyd passes it to Cook, and Kovacic dinks it over the top. Lucas has got in, and there's a foul from John Flanagan in there. He just tried to trip Lucas, who carried on playing, full credit to him, but we have the penalty. Simonson's going to step up and take it. He's got a pretty good record, but he's put that one well wide. Roberto heads the ball in. It's come for Yates Lloyd on the edge of the area. He sends it out to Augusto. Paolo Roberto on the opposite flank. Now Yates Lloyd to Imperiale. Simonsen through to Breen. And Lucas is the one to strike it on his left foot, and he tucks it into that bottom corner to give us a lead. Simonson's free kick dinked into Paolo Roberto, whose header comes to Mamana, who nods it into the back of the net. That's his first goal of the season, and 2 defenders have given us a comfortable lead. Phillips plays the ball out to Flanagan. He tries to lift it over the top. Lucas should get to that, and Bob has it in the area. Ketchel will try and play out from the back with Mamana, and Mamana and Ketchel have, between them, completely I don't even have the words. Imperiale out wide to Augusto. He plays it back into Cook, and Imperiale will pitch it back out to Augusto brilliantly. His header brings him into the area. He's taken out by Ben Davies, and we're going to have another chance to get our 3rd goal. Let's hope Simonsen can get this one on target. He does. He puts it in the bottom corner. It's 3-1, and he has 3 for the season. Flanagan sends the ball over the top. Mamana cuts it out ahead of Lingard, then plays it back to Kovacic. He dinks the ball forward, but Phillips has it for Watford, and there's Nathan Redmond in on goal, and with just over 10 minutes to go, we've been pegged back again. Well, there is a full-time whistle. We have managed to hang on and get the 3 points away from home today, which is the most important thing. It's important that it wasn't another episode like it was at Stoke, and we do move up to 3rd place in the league, at least for now. Well, there's quite a lot of changes for this 3rd round match against Manchester City away from home. I'm not too fussed about the EFL Cup, and I want to give some of the reserve players a chance to stake a claim for the first team. So Sobral's going to lead the line with Paolo Roberto and Zivkovic. Melagoni and Running are into the centre of midfield ahead of Cook. Linor, Bob, Albini and Carvalho make up the back 4, and Ketchel continues in goal for this one. Dembele's free kick dinked in, cleared away. Grimaldo to Dembele again. Little passing play, and El Saidi's been allowed in, and Ketchel really should have kept that out. Melagoni, ball cut out by Grimaldo, and El Saidi has a man through on goal. He chooses not to use him. He's running on his own down the left flank, gets into a good position, and Seeger is there to nod home. Carvalho's throw into Zivkovic. Ball pitched in. Cleared away. Cook can have an attempt. Instead he holds it up, pushes it out to the left. Now he finds Sobral in a very good area, and that's gone straight into the back of the net. I think Murray maybe pushed it onto the bar, but it's pulled us back. Now Saide's ball into the box, and it's gone into the back of the net. Babic with the header off the post. It's 3-1, and we're out of the EFL Cup. Well, there's questions over whether we should have played the weakened team today, and I'm not happy that we were beaten so comprehensively. I thought the players sort of gave up towards the end when they maybe could have pushed for a late equaliser. Instead, Babic got the 90th minute goal that completely sank us and knocked us out of the competition. Arsenal have also gone out, but it does mean that we now have less midweek games to worry about. We can focus on the Champions League and Premier League right up until January, when the FA Cup will start anew. Well, we'll need a much better performance at home against Crystal Palace than we had away against Manchester City. Palace are down in 19th place in the league. I'm expecting us to get a good win. I'm going to use the home formation until just after half time. And if we're still not winning comfortably by that point, we will switch to the away formation. But I want to give the wingers a bit of game time. Paulo Roberto's unhappy he's not had enough, so he's been transfer listed at a price of 60 million. I doubt he'll go anywhere, but I'm hoping I'll be able to give him enough game time to make him change his mind. Gareth Breen is also starting on the right with Simonsen down the middle. Yates, Lloyd and Kovacic are in the central midfield with Cook just behind them. And then it's Lucas, Bob, Mamana and Augusto in the back four. Yates Lloyd in a good area finds Paulo Roberto down the left wing. He's got players in the middle, including Simonsen, who takes the touch and buries it into the back of the net from 2 yards. That was great composure. Augusto to Breen. Back to Augusto. He sends it in and Paulo Roberto's there to get another goal. That's a goal and an assist already. Oh, Kovacic has stolen the ball there, and now Paulo Roberto's on the attack. We are completely relentless right now. Yates Lloyd finds Breen. It's well saved. It comes back and it's cleared away. That keeper has made 11 saves in this first half. Yates Lloyd slips the ball out wide to Simonsen. He's got people in the middle to aim at. He does drill it in, and this time Breen is not denied. He makes it 3-0. Canos takes the ball out wide, skips a challenge, puts it across. Cook gets it away. Lucas further ahead, and Breen can launch counter-attack. He's got Simonsen. Paulo Roberto's up there too. We need players getting into the box. Lucas can maybe send it in. He's cutting across the middle. Paulo Roberto slips it in for Yates Lloyd, who hits the crossbar, but Breen is there to touch it into an empty net for 4-0. Simonsen sends the ball over. Imperiale's there. He finds Paulo Roberto. His pass not good enough. He has got a knock. I'm looking to take him off now. Imperiale to Simonsen. Sends it back to Cook. Now Kovacic can maybe slip a ball through. He finds Augusto on the right. He pulls it back. Kovacic pays it in. Simonsen down. Imperiale with a left-footed half volley and a cartwheel. But Roberto is offside. It's been disallowed. I don't know how Roberto is involved in that goal, but it is disallowed. Corner from Kovacic, sent into the near post, and there's a foul from Marquez. We've got the penalty. Well, this has been about the most one-sided game of football I've ever seen. Simonsen steps up, straight down the middle for 5. Crystal Palace haven't had a single shot. And that's the final whistle. It has finished 5-0. A very one-sided game of football. Palace not even getting a single shot on target. Just hat tip to their goalkeeper. He made 18 saves in that game. That is one heck of a way to earn your paycheck. Even if he did let 5 goals in, it was just a sign of how one-sided that match was as Palace moved to the bottom of the table. Well, we need to pick up exactly where we left off against Crystal Palace, against Galatasary. We are at home. We should be getting a good win. The team is a little bit tired, but Linor is the only change coming in for Lucas at left back. So if we do pick up where we left off with the same players, we should get a very good result. Linor throws the ball into Paulo Roberto. He pulls it back and Yates Lloyd finds Kovacic in a great area and he struck the post. It comes straight back out. Kovacic with a corner. He sends it into the middle. It comes back out to him. He's got a man free on the edge of the area. Instead he tries to put it back in. And it's come for Yates Lloyd, who's hit the woodwork as well. Felipe Augusto looking to break down this defence. It comes back out to Cook. Now Augusto again finds Simonsen. There's Breen. He puts it in the top corner, the other side of the goalkeeper, to make it 1-0 just before half-time. Kovacic with a corner. Sends it over towards Linor. Cleared out towards Augusto. Now Yates Lloyd down to Roberto. He's got Linor sending it in towards Breen. I don't know why Breen didn't shoot, but it's back with Linor. Now Augusto loses the ball. Breen really should have had a shot much earlier in that build-up, but we're coming back at them again with Yates-Lloyd. Now Kovacic finds Simonsen, and he will always take this shot, and he's made it 2-0. Gareth Breen comes at Galatasary down the right and then gives the ball away, but Augusto cuts out the attempted ball. Here he is with a bit more space. He sends it back into the middle for Cook. He's got Linnell free on the left. He can whip a ball in as well. He does. It's cleared out. Cook. Back to Linnell. Tries again. Comes out to Kovacic, edge of the area. He passes it to Breen and it's deflected into the back of the net. An own goal by Brooks. Imperiale to Melagoni. Sends the ball out wide to Augusto, who sends it in. It's cleared out by Brooks. Imperiale down to Simonsen. There's Zivkovic in a good position to whip that ball inside the post for 4-0. It's another very one-sided game. We faced one shot across the last 2 games, and it wasn't even on target. And there's a full-time whistle. That's 9-0 over the last 2 games, and we have only faced one off-target shot in that whole time. It's another very good result that keeps us well clear at the top of the group. 4 points clear, just 2 games in. We've been playing some excellent football in the last couple of games, but that will all be for nothing if we can't get past Manchester United at Old Trafford. It's the biggest toughest fixture we have to play in the league because they have such a good squad. But so do we, and I think we are probably on level terms with it now. We finally won the Premier League title. We're going to have Simonsen and Imperiale joined by Sobral because Breen picked up a knock at the end of that 4-0 win against Galatasaray. Melagoni, Yates-Lloyd and Cook make up the middle 3 with Lucas, Bob, Mamana and Augusto across the back 4. Well, not a lot's happened so far. The first half was very dull, but you can see from the stats, 6 shots, 2 on target, 63% possession. We still haven't faced a shot from United. Bernardo's corner, he sends it in. It's cleared out by Roberto. Cancelo back to Bernardo. There's a man on the edge of the area. It was Stuckey. Bernardo's got a chance. He goes for goal. He's hit the post. Melagoni pushes the ball out wide for Sobral. That was a brilliant pass. He pulls it back and Paulo Roberto has got that ball past David De Gea, and 70 minutes in we lead at United. Well, we finished with 2 players on knocks, but we have managed to beat Manchester United at Old Trafford. What an incredible result that is. It's been nearly impossible to do for the last 2 or 3 seasons because of how strong a squad they have. But we've finally done it. We give them their first defeat of the season and move level on points with Manchester City at the top of the league. But they do have a game in hand. Nonetheless, that was a phenomenal performance from the team. Well, the final match of this episode is at home against Everton. We've been on a really good run of form. We've won every game we've tried to win in the last 5 matches. That defeat to Manchester City was probably a blessing in disguise, giving us a bit of extra rest time in the early parts of the season. I'm hoping we can pick up where we've been leaving off in the last 3 games. We've been absolutely fantastic recently, so hopefully we can do that again. We are using the home formation that's been so good for us. Paulo Roberto is going to start on the left wing with Simonsen up front. Breen's on the right with Yates-Lloyd and Kovacic in the middle. Lewis Cook just behind them with Lucas, Bob, Mamana and Augusto across the back 4 and Ketchel still in goal. Simonsen's free kick, edge of the area, deflected off the wall and into the back of the net. Kovacic with a corner, looking for Mamana. It comes out to Cook. He looks for Kovacic again. Ball deflected to Mamana. Yates-Lloyd into Simonsen, and he strikes it off the base of the post. Yates-Lloyd sends the ball out to Paulo Roberto, who's running down the left flank. His cross is deflected to Cook, and Kovacic can maybe pick out a pass. He runs at goal himself, a good save from Garcia. Simonsen finds Breen, and that was straight from a throw, and an excellent ball from Simonsen, and a first-time effort from Breen into the back of the net. Well, this has been another very dominant performance from a very strong team against Everton. We've been utterly in control the whole time and we're unlucky to have only won 2-0. It could have been an awful lot more, but it is another good victory in the league. That means that we're only 1 point now behind Manchester City and Chelsea, who are both unbeaten, and we're 3 points clear of Spurs. United have dropped down to 7th place now. They are well behind the title leaders at the moment, and we're in a pretty good position to kick on from here. This has not been a bad 100th episode, I have to say. I've been quite enjoying the kind of football we've been playing, and that there's been very little stress involved in this episode whatsoever. Just 2 defeats all season, one of which was probably orchestrated by me. The Stoke one was really disappointing. Had we won that game, we would be top of the league. But we've got even more good games to look forward to. Porto, West Ham and Bournemouth first, and then Porto, Villa and Arsenal. Arsenal will be a big match, but we are at home, and I would expect to beat Arsenal, who are currently 5th. So hopefully we can keep this going and put together a run of 10 victories in a row. But that is going to be it for this episode. If you're happy to see that we've made it all the way to 100 episodes, please drop a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more great videos coming up in the next week. But until next time, see ya!